Slider Dazzle.
Dazzle's been making a comeback.
Yep. And the Slider has, to be fair.
Well, there's most of the supports are banned, so
Yeah, that's true. We are starting to get to sort of tier 2 supports right now.
Slaughter Dazzle's very old school too.
Yep.
10 seconds.
It's a very
lot,
good opener.
A lot of minus armor from these two, and it kind of shuts down the tiny pick as well because he's vulnerable to physical damage. And you can do aggressive tri lane with it.
I think Dazzle's one of the best offlane dual support heroes
or
they can
that,
have.
yeah.
Dazzle Tide's a great classic. So Mineski, pick up the puck. We've seen it actually mostly mid from them. I don't think Ice actually played it in recent memory. So
it's classic Nana hero.
One of his best. At the same time though, do you really want like a sometimes don't you want a more heavy scaling mid than the puck? Do you think it locks them in a little bit going for the puck so early when they don't run it as a position 3 or position 4?
Dire team ban.
Is that a question?
Yeah, that's a question.
Yes.
Do you think what do you think they should have, like, what kind of hero would you prefer
feel like
for them?
If you have 2 or even more scaling heroes, that you pretty much win every time the game drags because of the level 25 talents. It changes a lot. We saw in the previous game Secret, they had Omni, who actually becomes core, kind of a core with Radiance. I don't think Radiance does that much, but it excels his farm. So you have a Razor and, what was it? One more hero. Brain freeze, never mind.
So, I mean, doesn't Ice really fill that role, though? Like, he can just be that farmer. He almost always finds a ton of farm, though. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is I think it's okay. I actually think it's okay that they go for the puck mid, even when it's fairly obvious that it's going to be mid for them. Just because Ice, we saw him play Brew to level 25. That was actually... Do you see that game? Or he was Brew
with Octarine core, like 5 seconds downtime.
Yeah, that was insane.
Tidehunter is still in the pool if they want to go for it. A lot of team fight with it.
Are you a big fan of the Ags with all the gush talents? Or do you prefer more like a Guardian Greaves, Refresher, Ravage-centric build?
Guardian Greaves, I don't remember Aghanim Scepter on Tide, except one game where Ice actually played it.
Yeah,
I think they
remember
still
this
lost.
game.
Yeah, they still lost, but he had he had a coddle, so he was spamming it more because of the cooldown reduction.
But now he has good talents for it. He has -4 gush armor on top of that. And he has plus 80 gush damage. And he has a cooldown reduction at 25. So
that's a lot of spam.
It is a lot of spam. Before it was like, yeah, it seemed gimmicky. Now it's actually like...
Yeah, I feel that you don't even need a Blink Dagger on Tide anymore because of the AoE increase.
Just walk in. Or backstroke in, even better.
Nice.
Don't worry about us, we're just nerding it.
Radiant team pick.
There it is.
Good thing we spent the last 2 minutes talking about it.
They might go for Witch Doctor as a second support, Maledict against the Tidehunter, or they can just pick a Ursa. Because you can get rid of the Fury Swipes, of course.
10 seconds remaining.
We've seen Safeline Razor also versus Tide. I've also seen Safeline OD actually work really well versus Tidehunter. Like normally Tidehunter you don't care about getting hit, but versus certain heroes you just absolutely do not want to constantly get hit like that. Ursa and the OD or Ursa that you mentioned.
I don't like OD as a safe lane. It feels like you, especially if you go for that build, 1-0-1 or whatever, 4-0-4.
1-1-4 maybe.
Yeah, because I don't know if I'm unlucky. I always run out of mana.
Yeah, that can be an
issue. It doesn't proc.
Get some skill. The cost.
All right, he'll teach me after the game.
And I'm dying.
Oh, Ben, what do you think about duo melee supports?
Well, one's an Earth Spirit. He's one of the better supports in the game. Undying's actually... I don't know. I thought this hero was like not so great before, but I've actually seen it with decent success recently.
So I guess they're just going to go with Gyro on ViCi gaming side, just to get rid of the... I mean, the hero is so tanky You have a Tidehunter and Dazzle already behind you, so they need a heavy damage dealer, right clicker.
BKB carrier.
BKB carrier gets rid of the Tombstone. Would be a natural choice.
Do you need a hero to deal with the Tombstone, though?
Not really. I don't think Tombstone is that big of a problem.
There you go. Now we're missing 2 cores. Ice hero and a Mushi hero. I don't know. Gyro doesn't seem to fare that well in a lot of...
Timbersaw for Ice.
Doesn't seem bad at all.
Or the Monkey King. Has been used in a number of different ways. They've used it as a 1 and a 3 in this team.
Well, yeah, Monkey King is one of the heroes that is good against Tidehunter in the laning stage. Yeah, he can just.
But Timber could have as well. I guess they're more worried about, like, if they pick Timber, they actually have no ways to deal with BKB.
Yeah, but Mineski also played Monkey King as an offlaner. I've seen Ice playing it a couple of times, so I don't know if they want to go for an offlane hero or just.
10 seconds.
I'd prefer to pair it up versus the Tide, though.
Yeah.
That seems way better.
5 seconds remaining.
Tide Dazzle, pretty classic offlane.
They have a good combo so far on the side of Mineski. Puck ulti into Wukong's command. They can pull it off. Plus a Tombstone.
Yeah. But what do you do versus BKB, though? I still see, like, Gyro getting BKB, and you just get destroyed. Unless Monkey King's really, really fat. But if it's an offlane, he might not get that much farm. We'll see. Any matchups mid versus the TA that you're worried about in this last ban phase for Mineski? TA, it's already been banned out. One of the hardest matchups. Aside from that, I mean, I guess there's like Viper.
What about the Storm Spirit? Is it viable for ViCi to pick it up?
Prefer something with a little more physical. You have all this minus armor. And there's 2 long duration silences. Very long duration silences.
What about Shadow Fiend?
Shadow Fiend I would like a little bit more.
Scales well. A lot of magical damage early on. Also plus even more minus armor. Plus minus armor? What does it mean? It's actually minus armor then. Plus minus armor. Easy math.
Dire team pick.
Okay, I thought that they can't pick a hero that can change anything. But Medusa can.
Wonder. Yeah.
Doesn't Medusa struggle a lot versus Dazzle? Like, you get all that minus armor and then you actually just die? Because Medusa's actually one of those heroes that I actually think that she just wins most late game fights, and there's not really supports that can do that much to her. But I think Dazzle's actually one of the ones that own her pretty hard with weave in late game. There you go with the Storm.
I'm on fire. 3 out of 3 for the last one, huh?
Wow.
Kapow.
Good job, Lacoste.
Thank you.
So after that, are you going to go with them? After you can read their minds?
Well, if they win, especially if they lose, I'm going to look so shitty. Like, now I'll go with ViCi Gaming's lineup. I love it more because they have pretty much of everything. I think Mineski's lineup will be hard to pull off. Even though it's still Medusa with all the minus armor, they have enough to actually deal with Medusa. And they have a good Roche lineup early on.
I'm a little bit worried for the Storm Spirit, though. I think he might potentially get shut down. Or Spirit plus Puck in the mid lane, that's pretty tough to deal with. And Dazzle's going to be off babysitting the offlaner. But I'll still go with ViCi. I think they're in way better shape at the moment.
Okay. All right. Both have gone for ViCi Gaming in this one. Personally, can't bet against the funsters from the SEA region, can you? Mineski versus VG is our second series of the day. Game 1 is just moments away. Enjoy.
All right, we got 2 teams going at it. Different stories, really, going into this event in general, let alone the main event. Here we got ViCi Gaming versus Mineski coming at you. And I mean by that, ViCi Gaming, they've been looking pretty good as of late. Not only before this tournament, but at the event itself. Of course, going 3-0-1 in the group stages. Mineski squeaking by, managing to qualify for the main event after, in general, what's been a struggle of a patch for them, it feels like here, Black.
Yeah, like VG should on paper be the favorite coming into here, but you can't really like discount the Mineski because they won, when was it? Like a month ago?
Not too long ago. I mean, we really haven't been in the circuit too long here.
Like a month ago, they won a major.
Wow, bottom lane, by the way. Slaughter's in a lot. That's going to be a kill. Not Slaughter in trouble. Slaughter's leading the way. That was actually Earth Spirit going down, and already a first blood.
For the Tidehunter as well.
ViCi Gaming, yeah.
Which is the offlaner, which is going to be very, very helpful for him. And then I think the objective this game for VG should be protecting the Storm Spirit, because they have a really good Roshan lineup.
Okay.
And as soon as they can get the Roshan for the Storm Spirit, he's going to be very, very hard to control. Because they can get an early Rosh, and then they can get a second and third Roshan very easily too, and they have a Tidehunter with the Refresher Shard. Could be very amazing for them.
I also like that ViCi Gaming, they're sticking to a bit of comfortable things in a sense. Young 11, he's been playing a fair amount of Tidehunter this patch. In fact, we're here at the panel talking about Tidehunter in general is maybe one of the more standout heroes in this patch that just came out here. But then they also have Paparazzi playing that Gyrocopter, another hero that's definitely exploded, especially in the China scene, specifically with Paparazzi.
I mean, Paparazzi's, like, honestly, his hero pool is just super huge. This guy can play almost any hero, and he plays them really well too.
Yeah. All right, so our middle matchup, it will be the Storm Spirit versus Puck, as you see Lanham here on the Slaughter.
And they need to make sure this Earth Spirit can't just roam freely on him and kill him. But Earth Spirit in the early game will have to help our bottom lane, because he had the first blood on the Tidehunter. So Medusa 1v1 against Tide is not the best matchup for you.
On the other side for Mineski, you have Nana playing, of course, aka Moon, playing the Puck here. I got the chance to cast a couple of the series of Mineski throughout the group stages. I gotta say, there was one where, frankly, he was going over the top. He was diving in a lot. Definitely didn't do the best on the Puck as a result. But then there was the later game, I believe it was against LGD, and what was essentially a knockout match where he just was on fire. So a player that definitely has his ups and downs.
Yeah, but the thing also with Puck is, right, when things go right, then you can be like amazingly flashy, make things work, and then if you make like one misstep, you just feed. Whereas otherwise it could be really amazing. Like going mid lane on the Storm Spirit with just a slight harass, and the Slaughter needs to make sure that the Storm actually gets a good lane. Like, he can't let this happen for free.
Yeah. I want to talk about... Okay, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just going to say he's waiting behind right now. I'm not entirely sure what his positioning he is going to do.
Oh, he's being patient for something right here. You mentioned jabs on the Earth Spirit. He's looking to be heavy roam, especially in the middle lane. That's just what Earth Spirit brings to the table. Top lane, though, Undying, I want to mention him for a sec, because, again, this is a hero that... only a couple of teams I feel like have been trying out. Mineski is one of them. Ninja Boogie playing here. The dual melee support on top of that, but specifically Undying. Do you think this was a good pick here?
Undying is really good in combination with the Monkey King, because usually Monkey King has a lot of problems laning against a hero like Gyrocopter, but Undying is one of the best heroes in the early game to secure like a hard lane like that. Okay. So I think it's a really good pick, and they kind of thought about picking the Monkey King right after, I think.
2-minute bounty rune battle. Looking into, that's actually Jab's going to be rolling in right into Young 11, though. He's going to go for the TP out. It should be in time. Oh, the crush animation. You saw land him right there.
I actually think if he went through, he would have got him.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. That was max distance at the...
But you know, you have a clarity on the Slaughter too. I think you just try it. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, chooses not to, holds it off, so he gets away.
The Monkey King is actually pulling 2 creepers on the top lane.
Oh, wow.
If he can get away with this, it's going to be massive.
Love the sound coming up.
But he might get stunned and take a really big healing bomb, though. Never mind.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
it was just 2 creeps.
That could have been bad.
Yeah.
But he's fine. Mushi, bottom lane on Medusa. Of course, Medusa, another hero that the panel brought up when asking about big heroes in this patch, especially this event. And I don't think it's anyone's surprise. She even got slight nerfs in the 7.0 C B or C patch, whatever it was. The latest one, but still a very powerful hero.
Well, what happened to Medusa's net worth? 900 only, even though he has the same CS? Oh, he gave an item to Earth Spirit and he delivered it to her.
Okay.
Yeah, I was really surprised that he wasn't. There's no way he's that poor.
Yeah, no, Medusa's 12-1, but I mean, to be fair, Tidehunter 13-4.
Yeah.
So
as I said before, Medusa against Tide 1v1, it's not bad for the Medusa, but Tidehunter will definitely free farm too.
Yeah.
Until Medusa's like level 5, because then the snake really starts hurting.
What does that mean for ViCi Gaming? I mean, Young 11, I almost said old 11 right there. Young 11 here playing the Tidehunter. He's actually just running at Mushi, man. Mushi just can't do anything about this. But what is a farm Tidehunter early on? What does that bring to the table? Are you scared if you're Mineski?
Well, a farm Tidehunter... Wait, top lane is nothing really happening.
Wow, they're diving really deep. Jeez, that was a secondary tower right there.
Well, there was 3 creep waves on the Monkey, so they just wanted to put on the pressure on him, which I think is really, really important.
Fenrir, I mean, this is going to be another Decay go. He puts a 2 himself. They want this kill, damn it. Ninja Boogie going in. Decay is ready in 1 second, but Monkey King Primal Spring in. That will indeed be the kill on Fenrir playing the Dazzle.
Yeah, very important that they at least make the top lane go even, because bottom lane they're kind of losing. And mid lane, the Puck should dominate the Storm, but it's also quite even. So they need to make sure they get a lot of the top lane.
Paparazzi's going to fight back right here. You do see the bounty rune picked up, though, by Jab, so that'll be the end of that. And now Nana here on puck.
It was an amazing phase shift. If he hadn't dodged that stun, he would have actually died.
Oh, did he use it for the... Okay. Yeah, and he gets away from that one, too. So back to the top lane. Monkey King full. Jingu Mastery charges. Decay's coming out. There's the roll-in. Big two-man stun from Jabs. They get the one kill on a Dazzle. Paparazzi will be fine, but great timing by Ninja Boogie. And Nana, however, in the middle lane. You see LanM, he is just sitting there on puck, and eventually they get the kill.
Yeah, so they're sacrificing mid and bot lane a little bit to make sure that the Monkey has a good game, which is not bad because usually, as I said before, the Monkey King in this lane has a very hard time, but they're actually making a lot of space for him.
Yeah.
And we see him taunting bottom lane, yeah.
So going back to that point, you got cut off there because of the fight at the top, but so Young 11, I mean, how impactful is this going to be?
Okay, so a farm Tidehunter, what he offers to you, usually you don't want to go blink first, you go into like
the mech maybe?
Hood and mech,
okay.
And then you're just this really tanky frontliner that cannot die at all.
Yeah.
And it is very scary to play against it because you can just 5-man any tower, and as I said, you can't really defend it because they have like... Well, they don't really have a hero like Disruptor where you can really burst him down or Doom because Kraken Shell is always going to proc and then you get a really good Ravage off.
Yeah. Like, how do you get around that? So just something that they're just naturally going to have to deal with throughout this game, especially with this early... I mean, he's already level 6, the first one to do so.
Yeah. Well, they're sacrificing Medusa a little bit. To be fair, though, Medusa has a very good comeback mechanic, whereas Monkey, if he's shut down early game, it's very hard to come back into the game for him. So I think it's the right choice.
Nana, middle lane, going at it with Ori.
Yeah. Ori level 6 soon, 5.5. As soon as he's 6, it's going to be quite hard to kill him.
You do see, Puck is winning this CS right now.
Yeah, Puck is winning the CS, but he died once, so he's actually behind the net for 300.
Ooh, middle lane. Jabs, he's waiting. Finding the right time. Barrel rolls in, not level 6 just yet. Gets the Dream Coil off. Ori, Decay even on top of that. He wants to turn kill, though. He said, I'm taking you with me. Down goes the Storm Spirit. LanM, not enough damage to actually finish off Nana. Now LanM's the one in trouble on Slaughter. Trying to slither away with that sprint. Dodges the Illusory Orb initially. The Jaunt, though, goes in, and even with the Crush, it just doesn't matter. So Moon picks up the kill right there. Old 11, though, running in now, going with the Gush, and actually a couple of auto attacks. Using the Ravage for this, he will get one. I don't think he's getting jabs on top of this, but that Ravage, I think it's safe to say that was worth it.
Yeah, for sure. Was a really good rotation, too. Although I think Radiant should have seen it. They have a bottom ward. I guess at the time nobody really looked at the minimap because they were fighting so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, they definitely had a ward and they should have seen that rotation.
That seems like maybe that late call even. Yeah, exactly. You're just so focused within the lane, but at the same time, no excuses. You know, you definitely got to be on top of that vision and communication. Top lane, all right, he's fine. Just another deep dive there.
Storm actually TP'd the top lane, and they want to take down the tier 1 tower now, which should be fairly free unless somebody TP's top. Puck just TP'd middle though, so he should not be able to come top.
See, phase boost just purchased by Monkey King. He's trying to get position as if he wants to go. Primal Spring in, Undying also coming in. The nice boulder smash will hit Fenrir. He puts on the shallow grave, barrel roll in. It's just a matter of time before he falls out and wears off. The turn kill, though, is real on a Monkey King as Ori does fly in. As you mentioned, he was there in the first place. Jab's feeling the pressure now. More mana left on Ori, using that zip zap. Needs one more auto attack, and he gets a double kill for Ori. And that was a great rotation in the end.
Yeah, as I just said, the Puck's cooldown had TP on cooldown. And Medusa doesn't really want to TP into these kind of fights, so it's very cocky to actually take that fight.
Puck's going in. Waning Rift on top of the Dream Cold and the Illusory Orb. I mean, using everything in the face of LanM. Yeah. It's like he's pissed off or something.
You have to punish these position force. When they want to take the lane and mid, and you have such a big lead, kill them all the time. They need to be punished. They can't just free the level and farm on the lane. Now he's TPing back to mid lane because he doesn't have coil, and he's going to get quite a bit, but Moon...
That's a good heads-up play.
Yeah, he did the right thing, for sure.
Definitely a good heads-up play on his part. And
there's a DD room bottom, actually. Puck is going to bottle it up. So potentially another kill on the Slaughter if he's not careful.
Hood of Defiance being worked on by Young 11. Do my best to call him that there at the bottom lane.
Yeah.
So that's what you're mentioning earlier. Obviously just get beefier and an eventual pipe.
Yeah. I wonder whether he's going to complete the pipe or go into a mech or even go Blink Dagger after the Hood.
Okay.
Because he's a really big chunk of their team fight, and if they can't initiate with him, then they don't really have anyone to initiate with. Because Slaughter Blink should be quite slow this game. He's died twice.
You do have a Storm Spirit, but he's not one you necessarily want to be going first off a lot of the time in team fights.
You don't want to go first. Why you want to buy the Blink on Titus, then Storm can go first, and he has this really huge backup ultimate.
He's a distraction, basically.
Yeah.
Undying, just going to do some stacking right here. Looks like, try to set up for, I'm guessing, you know, either Puck or the Monkey or Medusa. Probably more Medusa, yeah.
Yeah, most likely for Medusa. But we said early that Storm should have a very hard time in mid lane, and he actually got out of lane very nicely.
Yeah.
Top 2 net worth, and as I said, once they get this early Roshan, the Storm is going to be very strong. Mineski needs to keep an eye on that Roshan. They have the tools to fight it, and they shouldn't just give it up for free.
Top lane, Monkey King going in once again on a paparazzi. Tombstone's put down. It's a good amount of distance. Call down in response, and look at who's coming. It's Young 11. Ravage is ready to go if he needs it. Gush going to be activated on a Monkey King. There comes the Ravage. Monkey King will fall, and Undying a couple more auto attacks away. No, he does heal up actually, so he should be fine himself as he TP's out, but obviously a great turn in favor of the dire side. Meanwhile, middle lane, Fenrir Shallow Creep on himself, surviving the initial blast, and now Jabs trying to TP out of time, but Ori will take him out before he can do a damn thing. Well played right there by ViCi Gaming as a whole.
Yeah, went on the Dazzle, tried to kill the support, but they had really good TP rotations, and yeah, well played by them.
You see more stacking going on.
In the meantime, Medusa's getting a lot of space, though.
Yeah. Oh, so that's what I wanted to bring up before that fight. Medusa, I don't know if I was catching with you on that series or another one, but there was one time where the Medusa, and I want to say it was Mushi, he went the blade mail, more the blade mail style, even in something else that we just usually don't see. Much more of a defensive style, basically. Yeah. Blade mail Lincoln's, I think it was.
Yeah. Why blade mail is good is because it gives a lot of survivability, and you technically you don't really want to hit Medusa early on. Yeah. So I don't like blade mail too much on her, but it still offers 22 damage and quite a bit of tankability. So if Medusa is actually ever in a bad spot, then that's quite helpful because you can't focus her when she has it on. You will simply just explode. But for late game for sure, because you keep the item obviously, and as you progress into late game, that blade mail becomes more and more valuable because you can't focus the Medusa down, even though you really have to later on. So
this game, it's safe to say you are thinking more the Mask of Madness first, more routine here.
Yeah, I don't think Mushi is the blade mail kind of person anyways.
Okay.
Like, I think Envy started that item build. Yeah. We see him buying the quarterstaff already, so he'll be going into the Mask of Madness.
Having some farm at the bottom.
Yeah. Actually, Monkey is really poor this game, so he's going to have a lot of problems. Even though they committed a lot of resources top, he still didn't have a good lane. It's going to be problematic for Radiant because he's a big deal of their damage output.
Well, and an item that we have been seeing him pick up fairly recently is that Battle Fury even. But with a start like this, can you still go for a Battle Fury? Or it looks like he's actually going Echo Saber.
I mean, usually you want to go into a Battle Fury when your team has lane push problems, but this game they don't really have that, so he's going more into the fighting build.
Okay.
Which is probably going to be Echo Saber into Diffusal Blade or BKB.
Drinkfall middle lane, nice waning rift, stops the crush. Young 11 is here, no Ravage just yet. Land He's going to be saved by the Shallow Grave initially, and probably in the long run as the heal comes out and the Boulder Smash is going to be dodged. They kill the Tombstone off. Homing Missile channeled on a Jeff in the back lines. Yeah, he's getting pretty low, isn't he? Gush coming out, and that's an easy kill for Kraken, or for Tidehunter at the end. Kraken shell right there.
I don't think he saw the rocket on him because his movement was towards the rocket, and he didn't think he would die anyways because he didn't try to roll away. Slight misplay there. But again, Monkey King is getting a lot of space now. Medusa is getting a lot of space. But at the same time, the Storm is also getting very big.
Well, this is the thing with the Medusa, though, I feel like, and one of the reasons why she has been such a popular hero this patch is that no matter how far ahead the other team is, obviously there's limits, but even just the last series, we saw Complexity had a good 10,000 plus lead, I believe it was. But they had Medusa that was getting decent farm, and then eventually we saw that come into play. So is ViCi on a clock here, do you think, or are they comfortable still?
I think the problem for Cole was they just didn't have enough damage to actually get through the Medusa, but this game they have like minus 40 armor, as well as the Gyrocopter and Storm damage, who will build into Bloodthorn eventually.
Yeah.
So they will definitely be able to kill that Medusa late game.
Top lane, trying to push in the top tower up here. Who's that hiding in the trees? That would be Dazzle for the time being. They do have a TPs ready to go, I'm sure, if they find it necessary, but...
Yeah. So Titans is going into the Blink, which I really like. We spoke about it before. They just want to be able to support the Storm.
Now they definitely see Fenrir. He puts the offensive weave up, and there's that Tidehunter. Doesn't have the Blink just yet, but he does have a Ravage.
600 gold to the Blink on Puck, actually. He's the tempo control of this game, so the Blink is going to be very important. They can blow up the Storm with it. They can stop Ravage from the background with it. He can do a lot of stuff with it, so the next big item pickup for them. Jab's almost level 6 as well. It's going to add a lot of teamfight damage for the Radiant team.
Yeah.
Medusa finished Mask of Madness.
Just got that, and she's been comfortably sitting at the bottom. We saw Paparazzi, by the way, or going on about the Medusa stuff. He was doing a massive stack of Ancients in his own jungle, and you see his farm now adding up.
Yeah. He's going to the Yasha. Mask of Madness, St. Yasha. They're going to Medusa actually, and he's just dead. Yeah.
No chance.
You see what I mean? The corrosive haze actually just makes Medusa very squishy.
Yeah.
And even late game, when Medusa has like 30 armor, they still will cut through her because they have like minus 40.
Top lane, that's a Primal Spring in. I don't know if that's the target you want to go for, though. Size. Maybe just trying to farm, but this could backfire. Ravage again is ready to go. He's going to commit to it. He takes the stun from the drink while Anchor smash in, and a couple more auto attacks will finish him off. Assistance from Fenrir as well. Nana wants a turn kill. Jabs, he's coming in on top of it. The Shallow Grave activated a couple more seconds. Here comes Ori, though. You got to be careful if you're Mineski, and they're not careful enough. Puck's in trouble now, and he indeed will end up going down as well. It's just getting worse and worse for them. Now you see Earth Spirit's going to fall. It's a double kill coming out for Ori. The Tombstone just way too late. There's just one after the other. Save your teammates in, Jim, and look at that at the bottom of your screen there. Meanwhile, Paparazzi's just farming another massive stack. This is a huge burst for ViCi Gaming.
Is Unlike actually also going to die? Nah, he's fine.
No, he's good.
All right. So what actually triggered off the top fight was Ice wanted to do the... Wait, is there going to be more action?
They want the turn kill on the slaughter, so at least they get something out of it, I guess.
Okay, Medusa TP top. They're going to try to pressure the tower now. Actually, the tower should be down. 200 health only. No Ravage. They shouldn't try to commit too much to this.
So Monkey King was trying something there?
Yeah, Monkey King was trying to just Primal Spring in and instantly jump on a tree again. But as soon as that happened, he got hit by an Anchor Smash. And then he couldn't jump back up. And that triggered the whole chain of bad events for the Mineski lineup.
It goes back to what you were saying earlier, like with the puck, where he can make those flashy plays sometimes, but you really got to be careful.
Yeah.
You know, that one instance where then it makes it look like, what were you doing?
Yeah, that was unlucky.
Yeah.
2k gold now for VG.
I'm surprised it's only that much, frankly. It feels like ViCi Gaming's ahead by more, but you're right. It's only 2,000
They just had 4k, but then they got the top tower and then it went back to 2k.
They're going to work towards the bottom lane. Jabs, homing missile, being channeled. He starts running because of that. He's working on his own blink. It looks like just going to barrel roll. Lanham still going deep.
He should be fine.
Oh, man, he wants this.
I don't think why he should be. Yeah, he should be chasing there. All right, they're just going to get the bottom tower now. And then the gold should go back to 4k again. Oh, double damage Storm. We have to keep an eye out on him. He can wreck this entire fight now.
Here he goes. Ball landing in. He finds the one and Jabs. That was a corrosive phase vision from earlier. Eventually wears off, but doesn't matter. The auto
corrosive phase, the first hit actually took off half health.
Yeah. Double damage, oh hell.
No, double damage, corrosive phase. He's good.
Young 11, 2,600 gold. I mean, he has more than enough for the blink already. Top lane, you do see Dazzle. The last second there falling to Ice. So there's something. Mushi, corrosive phase is up. And I'm just going to say hello.
It makes me wonder whether Young 11 just doesn't want to buy the blink until Ravage is off cooldown, which is now though. So if he really wants to go for the blink, he should just buy it now. Maybe he doesn't want to.
Maybe he's kind of gauging, maybe will he buy something else with this gold instead?
Like Guardian Greaves is really good too because they have 2 silences. And of course you don't want to get silenced, so you can get a Ravage off.
Oh, Monkey King, I don't think he's getting away for this. They're going to be pulled in by the Vortex. Young 11's here with some anchor smashes. Throws out the Boundless Strike, but, you know, maybe it's a little fast, actually.
Yeah, there was a mistake by the Storm. He jumped on the puck originally, but they should have just committed on the Storm.
Okay. Yeah. Wow, he actually escaped. That was something. What's down here? That would be Lan M. Maybe all this harassing that he's been having fun with is finally going to bite him in the ass, you could say. Nice crush timing, but still, it just doesn't matter. The ultimate from Earth Spirit.
Yeah, it's rough for a hero, for him to die right now because he needed 600 gold for the blink, and they really need that blink. They should just give him a lane right now and let him farm the 700 gold he needs. And an item pickup we didn't talk about was the Bloodstone on Storm Spirit.
Yep.
Not the fastest timing, not the slowest, it's quite average, but as we said, he should have a hard early game, and having an average item timing is very good for him.
Middle lane, a collapse in puck. Phase shift, blink out, he's good.
He would have gotten hit by the Remnant, but the creep took it for him.
Oh, or he's not done just yet. He's like, now you can't blink. Gonna vortex him in, and it's going to be enough.
I didn't expect him to jump on him again there. I needed the moon, I guess.
Yeah. That's understandable. Haste in top lane, by the way. It looks like Ori's going to go pick it up, so another rune that they can make use of.
15 charges on the Bloodstone now.
Yeah. Remember, it starts at 14 now.
They have to make sure that he doesn't get out of control. And we still have to look at the Roshan as well. VG didn't try to attempt it yet, but they definitely can.
Ori trying to hunt that Monkey King once again. Wukong's command, he will get it off, so this perhaps sets some turn. Corrosive phase activated though, and that on top of the gushes, minus armor is definitely real. He's standing his ground, but it's just not going to be enough. Wicked streak for Ori.
They could shrine and attempt the Roshan right now. They still have Ravage up. We'll see whether they do that. Doesn't look like it.
Stats of Ori this game.
Yeah, I guess they want to secure the Blinks, Dagger, and Slaughter first before they do anything major like that. Second the Ancient still.
The last time I saw as he's building the Kaya we see there on Storm Spirit, but Tidehunter He still didn't have the blink, and he had like 3,700 gold.
They got 4K gold now. It's getting a bit ridiculous. You should buy at least something.
He's at the shop too right there. I mean, come on, man. There he goes. He's finally going to buy it.
All right, so he has a blink, but he almost has his next item too. So, yeah. This tide is huge.
Yeah, that's a fat tide hunter.
He's going into the Shiva's God, actually. I would really like to see him build into the Guardian Greaves, simply because they have 2 silences. And if you get silenced in a bad moment, you can't Ravage, your team is actually just going to lose the fight because of it.
Yeah. It's one of those games, I mean, you can appreciate the Shiva's idea. It is pretty good, this game, but like you're saying, there's better priority.
But the thing is, when you have such a good game, it is very tempting to just be greedy, because Shiva's is definitely the more greedy build.
Okay.
And
is it the better, though?
I don't think it's the better one, but as I said, it's very easy to give into the temptation of greediness.
Yeah. Kaya finished on Storm Spirit, as we saw right there.
Bloodstorm and Kaya already. If he gets an Orchid BKB, it is going to be incredibly hard to do anything about him.
Nana, phase shift, he's good for now. The Ravage committed. Wow, Young 11 really wants to make a play. Maybe still a Bounty Rune, I guess. I don't even think he got that now. Perhaps overstepping. So maybe that blink, that's why he didn't have it, because it's going to make him go crazy, apparently. Undying trying to turn ultimate form active in the Primal Spring, and they actually will go tight on Ori in the back line. He's pulling in one, though. That would be Puck. Zip-zapping around some more. Undying will fall to it. The BKB also activated that fight from Paparazzi.
I didn't actually realize he has it. Yeah, he's really big. 12.5k net worth. And they could have killed the Puck there if Storm committed instantly. But I think there was some kind of communication problem, because he ravaged him and Storm didn't jump in.
Yeah, it seemed odd. It's like, what was he going to do? Solo kill the Puck? Yeah, that was
because he could have killed the Puck for sure on Storm.
Okay.
But I don't think he expected him to just blink in and ravage. I didn't expect him to do that.
That was a very bold move on his part.
So Storm is going into the Orchid next, and 17 Bloodstone charges now. Blink on Slaughter online.
Yep.
So now they're going to look into that Roshan, but 90 seconds on Ravage, and they definitely want to wait for that. It's very hard for Radiant now to fight at the Roche pit with Ravage up, because they got BKB as well.
Again, hunting the Monkey King. Ori, this is, I want to say the 3rd time. The first time they didn't get in, the 2nd time they did. Will it be a go this time? Absolutely. I mean, he popped the Wukong's command even, but...
Monkey King gets hard countered by Storm for sure. You can't hide on the trees. Whenever you show in the lane, you pretty much just die. Especially if the Monkey is as underfarmed as Ice is.
Saw him working on that Diffusal blade to go along with the Echo Saber, so nice item progression, but again, still doesn't have the Diffusal. And they do have a Manta, though, finished on Medusa at least, so they got something going. Yeah,
that's mainly for the Slaughter and the Anchor Smash. Want to remove the debuffs.
Okay.
So now they're going for the Roshan, and if they get the Roshan, then the Storm is going to become unstoppable. But they can't stop it now. They definitely cannot stop it.
Yeah, with that Haze debuff, especially as you're pointing out, it's just why even bother?
By the way, late game Storm can really take out the Medusa. Once you have the Bloodthorn and the attack speed talent, as well as like a Moonshard, like super late game, you can definitely 1v1 a Medusa. Okay. So they don't need to be scared about that.
Interesting. Well, there we go.
So
they just picked up on one of the, if not the best hero for it in the game, you can argue.
A lot later than I thought they would do it, but still an Aegis on Storm, right?
I'm still worried if I'm Mineski, that's for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Got 18 charges on the Bloodstone
5k gold lead now. Gyro working on a Butterfly needs another 3,000. Ori jumping in.
Is he going in somewhere? Yeah, right up to the side here.
Puck is fine.
No, just blinking away though, but he blinks into Young 11, or maybe Young 11 blinked into him, not too sure. Phase shift activating. Can he somehow get out of this? No more blink dagger, so he's dead for sure. Thought he was good.
It's very hard to blink out of the Remnant. You need to face into the right direction already, and if you don't know exactly where you're facing to, you move like an inch, you die.
Okay.
Because it's an instant spell.
And they just have so much catch too. They got the 2 blinks, they have Storm Spirit himself, so essentially 3 heroes that could just get on you quickly.
As the panel said before, if this Storm has a hard time early game, it's going to be rough for him, but as we said, he went out of the laning phase just like perfectly almost, and then now it's just snowballing. 19 charges on the Bloodstone, getting more and more.
Monkey King,
Monkey
sorry
King's
buddy.
Dead again. He can't do anything here.
Nice balance strike timing, but it's just not going to be enough. Yeah, that's another Bloodstone charge, 20 now for Ori. Oh boy. Getting out of hand here in favor of ViCi Gaming and 7,000 net worth lead.
Very good setup by the Slaughter. I think Monkey thought they're probably all middle, pushing the tower. But then again, Slaughter is missing, you need to be careful.
Yeah.
And he pays there for being greedy.
So he still has the Aegis for a bit of time here. If you're ViCi Gaming, you still go for it. You just push objectives, right? Like you just need to make use of this.
This Storm is unstoppable. They still have Ravage as well. They still have the BKB on Gyro. But at the same time, what they want to do is they want to contain him as much as possible. just to outfarm them completely. Because the Medusa is good and strong, you know, but he can't 1v5.
Well, you see right now, I mean, Mushi, that kill participation, I mean, 27.3%. So, yeah, he's not been the most involved with the team just yet. I mean, only 11 hero kills total.
3 out of 11, yeah.
That's it's kind of understandable because again, he's trying to just really get that farming that you're talking about. But what does he go next year? Because he has what 2,200 gold I just saw right there. Has he finished a Hurricane Pike? Does he get that?
Yeah, he hits 0 damage right now. Yeah, Mask of Madness, Manta, Dragonlance, they're all 3 not damage items, and he's not going into the Skadi either. They're gonna have some damage problems soon because this monkey doesn't have the money.
MKB game keeping. I mean, what are we looking at? But meanwhile, oh, that's Undying getting caught. He pops the Tombstone at least. Nice Boulder Smash on 2. And the Drinkle hitting a couple on top of this. Actually, Slaughter's getting very low because of maybe Shallow Grave. No, not going to save him in time. Paparazzi pops a BKB. Getting out of the Wukong's command. The chase is on, though. Ice wants this kill. Right next to his shrine. Gush, though, coming out from Young 11, trying to save his teammate right there. Godlike, meanwhile, from Ori coming on the back lane. No, that was actually at the top lane. Gyrocopter does end up falling as the chase is real, and Young 11 will, too, go down. So we saw it another lane completely, though. That was Ori getting the pick onto Medusa.
Even though Medusa died, it is an amazing fight for Mineski. They should never be able to take these team fights, but jumping on Punky can't kill him.
No Orchid yet.
Yeah. As I said, I think this was not good for ViCi, because they shouldn't be trading fights right now. They should be convincingly taking all the fights.
Yeah.
They shouldn't even trade like 2 heroes. Their team fight is way too strong right now. Gyro also blew BKB charge.
Yeah, I was wondering, I made the call on the Shallow Grave perhaps coming out, but now that I realize in the replay, I mean, Dazzle was not there. He was definitely at the top lane with that Storm Spirit. So yeah, that was 2 at top, 3 at bottom. Clearly not the numbers you're looking for.
As I said, they got the Medusa kill, but Monkey and Puck got a lot of money from that.
Yeah. See the finishing off right there on a Tidehunter. So,
but again, Storm got the Medusa kill, so he's getting bigger and bigger. He finishes Orchid now. He's working on the BKB. Once he finished the BKB, he's practically immune to everything Radiant has.
Yep.
This Monkey King and the 2 supports that will suffer.
21 charges on that Bloodstone as well. It just keeps adding up. So the Aegis doesn't have much more time left on it, but
that's a good thing for Mineski. They couldn't use the Aegis for like too many objectives. So basically, they just use the Aegis to make sure that the Storm gets really, really fat. Which is fine, because he's going to be unstoppable later on.
Okay, I believe we saw the makings of the Hurricane Pike there for Medusa, meanwhile. So, not necessarily that more damage route.
So he went into a Hurricane Pike?
Was it a Hurricane Pike? I thought I saw that on the courier. Not mistaken, but...
It is a Hurricane Pike.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, there you go.
Alright, they're getting the bot hole for free now. Aegis should be expiring very soon.
And you do see they take out that tier 2 tower after all that fighting from earlier, so we'll finally get it. 27 minutes in, though. And there's a sentry ward there, so gotta be careful about that. Unless I'll smoke, I guess. But meanwhile, the Ravage initiation, though, on Medusa. The crush to follow up. There's that gross that fades. Ori on top of him. Gets a 4-step teammate presence, though, and he's going to be fine with the time being. Rip heal, not going to be enough to save on time. The Shallow Grave on Ori to keep him alive. He got super low right there. From the Monkey King especially, but he's going to tick down in the end, and that is a 9-kill streak stopper. Jabs gets credit. His ulti was still on him. 1,100 bonus gold.
The Aegis ran out just as he died to the Earth Spirit.
You're right. Oh no.
That was a very curious decision. They're blowing a Ravage on Medusa and Storm jumping on Medusa like that. It was definitely very rushed.
Yeah.
It was not needed because they knew Aegis is going to expire any moment now. And it was actually very important for Mineski to get that kill. Now he's down to 15 blast on charges again. Before he was on 24, I believe.
Yeah, we just got finished talking about that too, with the whole Aegis idea, how it was like just about to wear off. And you see right here, yeah, it's gone at this point even. So you could clearly see there was the panic mode, but Dot was still on him. Yeah. Takes him out. So Mineski, they got to be feeling pretty good all of a sudden about their chances in this game. It was looking like ViCi Gaming was getting a lot of momentum going, but this Medusa is going to hit level 20, and as we know, that's what is the 800 mana, I believe it is, as far as the mana shield goes.
He's going to be a lot more tanky, yeah.
There you go.
The Monkey King is getting his BKB soon, needs 800 gold, and that's going to change a lot as well. Because they don't really have too much damage through BKB.
Okay.
Well, I said it, and then you see Slaughter and the Gyrocopter, so...
They did a fair amount, yeah.
Might still be a bit iffy, yeah. The Tide did go into the Shiva's guard.
Okay. Goes back to that earlier. It's like, is that really the best option? But
he might still build into Guardian Greaves now if he wants to. But usually at this point you just build into a refresh orb.
Okay. Double Ravage.
Yeah. Glimmer Cape finished on Slaughter, working onto Heaven's Halberd next. Actually, Butterfly also finished on a Gyrocopter already. He's getting very big as well.
This kind of goes back to, though, I mean, I know you're confident with Ori here, especially on the Storm Spirit, the Bull Orchid, and he's got the BKB
and
almost going, and then a Bloodthorn after that, I'm sure. But it's I mean, if you're Mineski, you have this farmed Medusa on the other side that maybe not yet is dealing the most damage, but it's going to be coming here.
Of course, if Medusa gets 6-slotted for real, then it can pose a very, very big problem. It's just ViCi have the right tools to deal with it, but whether they can or not, we'll have to see later on.
Okay. Comes down to that execution.
High ground Medusa is always scary.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you play. Even as anti-mage, you're scared of a high ground Medusa.
Especially if you try to dive him, as we saw in the last fight at the Tier 3 tower.
You can't blow a solo Ravage on a Medusa. I don't think it works.
He has way too many teammate support nearby as well, as you saw. So, I mean, dying alone is actually pretty good for that. And I saw Rip Heel coming out. His tombstone's definitely very annoying in the fights in general.
Yeah.
Something else they're having to deal with here.
So Storm just finishes BKB, which pretty much means he's immune in team fights for a while. The Medusa seems like he's building into, I hope it's Skadi. I really hope it's not a Lincoln Sphere. Because Mushi really likes Lincolns and Manta on Medusa, but I hope it's a Skadi this game.
Okay. He's not giving us information just yet.
Tidehunter's actually building into Heaven's Halberd. I really like that. Because Medusa generally doesn't want to build into a BKB. And if you have two Heaven's Halberds, you can actually mess her up quite badly with that too.
Yeah.
Gyrocopter building into a Satanic. Needs another 2,000 gold for that.
You see Tidehunter getting the -4 Gush armor talent right there at level 20. So that's even more minus armor.
Yeah. -10 from the Gush. -20 from the Corrosive Haze once he's level 18.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt if you're Mineski here. It looks like ViCi is. Are they setting up for Roshan? It seems like getting the vision out.
They want to have the Roshan for sure. Yeah.
Just about to spawn right here.
And Mineski is gonna have a hard time contesting it because Storm just finishes BKB, and I don't think they know that they have the BKB on Storm now. They have a gem on Storm as well, by the way.
Okay.
Important to note.
The Radiants scan the area. They definitely have a good idea that this is happening.
Roshan is just dying so fast.
Oh, Young 11.
And there's
Ravage.
a cheese on here as well.
That's going to be an illusion. Well, the BKB's popped for this. They got a little scared. The Aegis is picked up by Ori, though, and the cheese will be picked up by somebody else. So, yeah, at least I guess the illusion kind of accomplishes something.
Yeah. I mean, better be safe than sorry. Of course, now he's a bit angry that he wasted his BKB, but if they really do steal, if they really do steal the Aegis, it's a very big deal.
So now you got the Aegis. Wait for the BKB to come back up here.
Yep. And what are we having? Medusa finished the Eye of Skadi, but again, it's not really a damage item, more like a survivability item, but the next item that he builds is going to be Butterfly, and that's going to be the deciding item.
Okay.
Because that's where Medusa really takes off in the damage department.
We also saw Puck picking up the Aghanims as well. So
Aghanim Scepter.
Going to the BKB, longer duration.
Against the Gyrocopter, it's really good. Basically, what you want to do, you want to Monkey King ult the Gyro, and you want to Puck ult the Gyro. Because then he has nowhere to go and he will just get beaten up by the monkey. But then again, Paparazzi is building against that already. He's building into a Satanic, which kind of counters that move because you can hold your own ground inside of the Puck coil.
Yeah.
So good itemization on his part.
Go ahead.
And of course, he still has the Dazzle as well, right?
Yeah.
So, you can grave him.
While we're on the topic of items, still Undying, I've been noticing he's been sitting on a casual buckler here. And not many teams I've seen do this really, but we just got finished talking about all the minus armor that they have on ViCi's side. So,
well, it's +2. You know, every little bit counts.
Yeah.
So quite good.
It's not going to negate really a lot, but it's still something.
Yeah. Tidehunter actually finished the Heaven's Halberd, or will relatively soon.
Likes to pull up that gold, man.
Yeah.
3,400 almost.
Titan's rich.
They're going in. Dreamquill on it too. BKB is going to be activated. Tombstone put down. Wukong's command also in the backlines. Ori though, with his own BKB, he's not really scared too much of that. Monkey King sitting on top of Jazz gets him taken out. Gonna lose his teammate inside of the Stone Gaze popped as well. Both supports dead on the side of ViCi Gaming. Mushi is running them away. You see Paparazzi trying to make his way out of there. They're getting healed up by something, man. Did he finish the Satanic? I'm not even sure. Okay, yeah, going into that fight. So he will manage to survive. Young 11, they want to go on him. He still has a Ravage, by the way. Got to be careful about overcommitting right here. If you're this Radiant side, the Aegis was burning the backlines. There's a Ravage. Are they going to commit to this? Ori, he decides to go in on the Monkey King. Going to be silenced up, though. So they did burn the Aegis also back there. And then they will decide to fall back. So very, very good fight from Mineski, it seems like.
The biggest problem for ViCi was that both the supports instantly died. They can't have that. No corrosive haste means no damage from the storm.
Okay.
They need the Slaughter alive, they need the Grave alive, they need the Weave. They have to be careful with the positioning, because the Monkey literally just jumped on both of them as well as the Puck, and it just exploded instantly. Very curious position, actually.
Yeah,
well,
they did not expect. That was definitely a smoke play from Mineski, just kind of catching them off from the side.
Yeah. Well, they definitely learned from that, and yeah, it's gonna be good.
You see Monkey King there, level 21, getting some more Primal Spring damage. He has an MKB now queued up, so yeah, Ice, it's been kind of a slowly evolving game for him, but especially with an MKB, I mean, he's going to be a bit of a threat now.
Yeah, he has managed to catch up quite nicely. A lot of damage in the team fights now, especially with the Medusa ult, because when you're Stone Gaze, you take extra physical damage. That means your Wukong command actually deals another 50% bonus damage.
Yeah.
It's a very good combo. Dazzle still trying to build into Solar Crest. Heaven's Helmet finished on tight if he wants to buy it.
Okay.
But he has...
Again, he
just doesn't want to buy
gold,
it. Yeah.
Man.
He just doesn't want to buy items.
I don't know. What I personally always said that's been one of my pet peeves. I mean, a long time.
Last fight, he could have actually had the Heaven's Helmet already had he bought it, and it can make a massive difference against these heroes.
It's almost like he's trying to think if like it's actually the best item rather than just committing towards it. But yeah, still has not purchased it. Maybe waiting for the courier or something. But I hope they have it for the next fight.
Yeah. I mean, just look at the gold lead, right? It's 8K or 9K now, and 4.5K on a gold lead is in his inventory, like in his gold bank right now.
That's true.
Not doing anything.
So let's cut that in half, essentially.
Yeah.
Look at it from that perspective. Speaking of items that are to come, Storm Spirit.
So he switched it around. He's going to Refresher.
Is he? Oh, that's why. Okay. So
also
yeah,
good decision.
Tidehunter there. But Storm Spirit, the Axe is queued up. So mini black hole of sorts. With the AoE vortex
but
going to be
he
happening.
didn't skill the vortex duration as his talent. So quite interesting.
That is a good point. It's not enough to be like, I can't go this item now, but you are right. You're losing some value there.
I would really like him to go Bloodthorn, I think, and just blow this Medusa up. But you know, but it's a bit odd for me that he doesn't go for the Aghanim's talent if he wants to go Aghanim's. Maybe he's going to change his mind as well.
Yeah.
Refresher picked up on Tide already, by the way. And MKB picked up on a Gyrocopter. This Gyrocopter is basically full slotted. Well, I guess you can always drop your boots now because you got the backpack. But Gyro is essentially full slotted, and his damage output is going to be through the roof.
Yeah.
Medusa picked up the Butterfly, and he just instantly countered with the MKB. And they smoke up.
Double smoke even. Or even more stealth.
Yeah, miscommunication.
Here we go. Going into the Radiant Jungle. They're going to definitely run into them. It's just a matter of how do they get the jump. Lan M. The front lines, they're going to jump onto Medusa. That's the call out actually going to be activated. Ori jumps in with the BKB. Medusa did alive for the time being. They pick up on Dying. He got his tombstone off though. But Ori, he's just being locked down throughout all this. The split shots are being activated. Ori trying to stay alive now. Shallow Grave going to be put on him from Fenrir. He eats the cheese. He's ready to go back in. You see Mushi just simply running away, realizing he's just way too damn low. Young 11. Also bulky at still about half life. Lan M does it. The studies the tree, gets Ice to fall to the ground, and the Gush will snipe him down in favor of ViCi Gaming. So a 3-for-0 fight right there. They were tough to kill.
Yeah, the cheese, they literally just won in the fight. And you saw the new MKB pick up on a Gyro. He just chewed through at Medusa. He's incredibly tanky, but he can't fight the Gyro right now. But Gyro got like all the man fight items in the game.
Level
MKB
25 as well, yeah.
MKB Butterfly as well as Satanic. And you just can't man fight him as Medusa right now. And that's the problem they have. The Medusa really just can't stand her ground against all these minus armor.
You see Fenrir using the defensive weave as well, so even if they wanted to jump in right here, extra tanky, but that's not going to happen.
That's also why I spoke about him going defensive items earlier, like this Hurricane Pike. I don't really like it, because even if you have that, you're still going to get melted.
Yeah.
As we see in this fight, he's losing HP incredibly fast for Medusa.
Yeah, Paparazzi, he was focusing on dying there initially, got him killed, then he just turns to Medusa, and as you point out. Now, he did take a long stun right there, but ultimately able to get Mushi to at least fall back. Nice force stab at the last second to survive.
Mushi should have died there. He ran out of the coil. There was a little mistake on the Gyro's part.
Okay.
Because the Aghanim's coil actually stuns you for 4.5 seconds.
That's what that was. Okay.
Yeah,
that makes
he ran
sense.
out of the coil.
Still, though, ViCi Gaming, they'll take it.
I mean, they're just going to get stronger and stronger. They didn't even commit the Refresher. I mean, they committed the refresher, but they didn't use the
Ravage.
Ravage.
That was only one Ravage, you're right. Yeah.
Only one Ravage, yeah.
Wow. Wonder if he used that second one. That's another thing maybe could get the kill.
But Roshan is up in 30 seconds, and they still got that Ravage because they didn't use it, and Different has refresh a shard. That means triple Ravage, potentially.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, sadly it does not refresh the refresher itself.
That would be a quad Ravage. That would be fun to see, actually.
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? All the remnants flying down from Ori.
Don't worry, eventually there will be a hero that can reset cooldowns.
It's coming. Next patch, I've heard.
We're 14k gold lead now for the ViCi side. And
what did Storm get, by the way? Did he end up getting the axe?
he ended up getting the axe, yeah.
Confirm that? Okay, so he does have the axe now.
He's going into Bloodthorn next.
Axe also coming to Tidehunter, by the way. That's the AoE Gush, the fun ability.
Yeah, especially when you go with the -4 Gush armor, you want to get that.
Might as well. Great wave clear and just also great for team fights.
Heaven's Helmet almost finished up on the Slaughter. Mineski is just camping Roshan because they know they can't give him the third Roshan.
This is so important, yeah.
They give him the third Roshan, they will lose.
Exactly.
And I think ViCi will pounce on Roshan as soon as they're pushing up bot lane because bot lane is pushing in.
Plan M finds a target. Not going to fully commit. Just saying hello. Young 11, he wants to go in as well. BKB activated by Ice outside. Here we go. Ori is going to jump on the Medusa, and then one more in the back lines. Jabs. That one more, he will fall. The Wukong's man only doing damage to Young 11. He's going to just run it out, though, and he'll be fine. So kind of a reset of a fight here in favor of the Dire side. Paparazzi takes some good damage from Mushi, but there's one Ravage coming out from the Tidehunter. The Stone Gaze in the front of everyone. Mushi surviving for the time being. Will it be long enough? You see Ice outside trying to deal with the supports in the back lines himself, but Ori finds it. He goes for him instead. He takes out Monkey King, and Gyrocopter running after Mushi now. The homing missile's going to connect. Remember, he has multiple of those. He's going to be out now, it looks like. The Mana Shield goes up. The Rocket Barrage in the face. Another one coming in. And Young 11 with the Anchor Smash to finish the job. All of those homing missiles. He could not get away.
He was just getting perma-stunned by the missiles.
That +3 charge talent right there. Coming into big play. He buys back immediately, by the way. Yeah, that was a tier 2 tower even still being up. Is Young 11 dead? Oh, nice Shallow Grave.
And again, only one Ravage. They still have one for the Roshan if they choose to go for it. So basically, ViCi will just heal up right now. They will go Roshan instantly because they won't have the Monkey King up in time, and they have to deal with the bot lane as well as the top lane. And they will pretty much just get a free Rosh, triple Ravage. They can't even deal with one right now.
Yep.
So triple that. It's gonna be
good luck.
It's gonna be fun.
Good luck. We got finished talking about how going into that fight, give up Roshan and essentially could be the game right there in favor of ViCi Gaming, but yeah, now you just lose that fight at the Roshan pit, not even able to kill anybody, and 21,000 net worth lead all of a sudden.
So item progression, Heaven's Halberd on Slaughter counters the Medusa really badly. Bloodthorn on Storm, you can also shoot through the Medusa very easily now. And Refresher Orb on Gyrocopter actually.
Oh, even more homing missiles.
More homing missiles, double Satanic, double BKB, double cooldown, double flag cannon. It's an amazing pickup for him right here.
Doesn't it refresh the chart? Like, so he has 3 charges of homing missiles. It refreshes that too.
Yeah,
like, if you use all of them, then you go back to 3. Yeah.
They have 6 in total.
Oh, something tells me that's going to be fun to watch if that happens here.
They still want to fight the Roche, and well, they really have to. If they give up this Roche, this game is over. So ViCi, of course, is just taking their time. They can just wait 100 seconds for the refresher on Tidehunter. They don't need to rush at all.
Wukong's nope, going to be canceled. Tombstone does go down. Young 11's like, ah, gotcha. Baited you out. That's all that was, really.
Monkey King? No, well, he still has Monkey King. He didn't never committed
he didn't even use it, you're right. So it's just the Tombstone, really, which is not the biggest deal.
Not anymore, at least, there.
Wearing off there. So again, just like we saw 2 minutes ago, we're basically at the same spot, just a much bigger lead now for ViCi Gaming.
ViCi's not going to wait until bot lane pushes in. As soon as one hero shows bot lane, they're just going to go in for the Roche. And as I said, they have time to wait. 60 seconds on refresher.
Yeah, they're in no hurry.
Yep. So they see bot lane is pushing in. They're kind of threatening Roshan already to make him like have to decide. And it's like, if he spot, do we have to defend bottom? Do we go now? Do we go later?
Yeah.
And it's just very nice to like get your dominance on the map there. Gotta always assert the dominance.
I see Slaughter just running around in the river as well. Yeah. Always hilarious even.
Bot lane coming in. They're gonna lose a tier 4 tower if they don't deal with it.
Yeah, it is pushing, you're right. So Mineski, who do they send back? Maybe the Puck at this point to try to deal with that. But yeah, they're pinging it out. They know, they're aware of it. It's just like, can we?
They're both just waiting. You see ViCi just like chilling. They're like, go. Come on, guys.
Yeah, no, we're fine. Yeah, we'll play the AFK game. We're going to win this battle. Yeah, there's a tier 4. And there's your other tier 4 starting to drop now. So Mineski, you kind of have to do something or else this game is just naturally over. Mooch is like, all right, here's this something. I'm going to run at them. Homing missiles. 1, 2, 3, right after the other. It sounds hilarious. There's one Ravage coming out from the Titan. And then the second Ravage going to be happening. The tombstone's put down. But Mochi just can't simply play his hero. He's going to force step away. He gets a good stone gaze off, actually. Can this be a turn of sorts? Not as fallen, though. As the dying down goes the Medusa and the Monkey King. That should all but do it in favor of ViCi Gaming. They absolutely destroy them in that fight. A 5-0. And GG well played is called. Game number 1 will go to ViCi Gaming here, Black.
Yep. As we said earlier, they definitely had the tools to deal with the Medusa. Medusa was kind of a non-factor later on.
Yeah.
It was well played by VG.
It was. I mean, is there... You look at the drafts there now, of course, and a hindsight thing. I will say Mineski obviously played very well at points right there, and they definitely had some good shots, especially behind the idea of Medusa. But are there any bans that maybe stand out going into game 2, or is it more? Was it a drafting issue even in the first place?
I don't think it was a drafting issue, but we focused on if Storm has a bad laning phase early on.
Yeah.
VG is going to be in a bad spot, in a rough spot, and Storm basically had a very good early game. That's the only thing they needed to secure, and then Storm just went out of control.
Well, we're going to be going on a break here, guys. Game number 1 in the books. 1-0 lead right now in favor of ViCi Gaming. Sit tight, guys. Game number 2 going to be coming up next.